everyone, it's Sensei Pink, and I'm coming back to you guys for my season finale review on the Kiss Bet, episode 36. Before we start, guys, go hit that subscribe and notification button if you would like to see more weekly videos. Now, guys, I have to address this because obviously I've been gone for a minute. Now, between these 3 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever it is that I've been gone, my life was just pure chaos between Christmas, work, and planning and executing a surprise 60th birthday for my mom, which, shout out to her, her birthday was January 13th, but we had the party January 11th, so that was just a lot of stress to deal with. But I got through it all, so I must say that I'm pretty proud of myself. And, you know, even with being all busy and everything like that, I still was keeping up with the episodes. And, you know, I wanted to rave and just vent, but I couldn't. I didn't have the time. So here we are for the season finale. Let's get right into it. First off, we kick off this episode with Salty Rose telling Patrick that he needs to go confess to Sarah so that will keep her mind off of Joe, since we all know that Joe is off to go confess to his crush. As Tammy, Rose, and Patrick all go in different directions, well, Patrick and Tammy go together, of course, to go find Sarah. We cut over to Sarah and Oliver, who are walking around the festival looking for Joe. As the pair are walking, our man Oliver is just trying to figure out what has Sarah Lynn in such a tizzy and why does she need to find Joe. Like, he's just trying to figure out what's going on so that maybe he can help her better. But between all this back and forth between those two, we do get Rose, who finds them and tells Sarah Lynn to head back to the classroom to get more flyers. Rightfully upset, Sarah does not want to go back to the classroom and get any flyers because Rose did some fake shit. Not even fake shit, because she's a salty Rose. But you know, she did her little evil plan trying to get Joe away for the whole festival, and that backfired on her because obviously Joe doesn't like her. Anywho, between the two bickering, Oliver is just like, you know, fuck it, Sarah, let's just go to the classroom and get it. Stop arguing, it doesn't matter, it's whatever. Now, with Rose's evil plan in motion, because she's a salty ass little girl who needs to worry about herself and stop worrying about Sarah, both Oliver and Sarah make it to the classroom to get the flyers. Now, with the two there, Sarah begins venting about how Rose ruined everything, just like in Lulu's prediction, and the possibility of going through with something with someone that she likes, even though it was hard enough to try it with a stranger. With all that being said, Oliver then correctly guesses that Sarah made another kiss bet. Although she is a bit relieved that Oliver did figure out the bet, Oliver then tells her, like, you know, at the end of the day, quitting the newspaper club will be good for her because she has college entrance exams coming up. Like, you know, realistically, she gotta get her head in the game then. But you know what, Sarah Lynn, live your best life, girl. After Oliver realizes that he makes her feel bad by telling her this, he does then tell her that, you know, even if she does have to quit the club and have to study for college entrance exams, you know, he can tutor her. Or, you know, if she really wants to stay in the club, she can just tell Patrick because it's not like they signed a contract or anything. Right as Oliver finishes, Sarah hears Joe coming and quickly grabs Oliver and hides under the teacher's desk. The two are quickly surprised to hear Joe giving Vicky a tour of the classrooms and hold her there for a reason. Joe then reveals to our girl Vicky that although he transferred schools, he has always admired her from afar and just has found her beauty so intimidating that he was just too scared to approach her. I see you, Joe. That's my shit. That's my shit. Vicky, who is embarrassed that she revealed that Sarah Lynn likes Joe and, you know, leaving Joe a bit confused and flustered, you know, she just runs out the room in embarrassment, and Joe follows right after her. Now, right after those two leave, Sarah just begins to break down in embarrassment. She begins ranting and calling herself stupid because number one, she thought she was the one that Joe liked. Number two, not acknowledging her cousin's feelings. And you know, at the end of the day, who the heck is she to stop their love if they like each other? You know what I mean? And number three, allowing herself to be gullible to Lulu's prediction and thinking that she'd be getting her first kiss at the festival. Just as Sarah is ranting and raving about how she is just dumb and she's like the dumbest person on the planet, you know, our man Oliver steps in and just tells her, you know, like she's not dumb and that it's all fine. He even goes on to comfort her by telling her that if anyone's dumb, it's his brother for not noticing how great she is. And also tells her that she is smart, but, you know, our girl Sara uses her intelligence on the wrong things. Aww, guys, I really love Oliver. Like, he is just, that's just a true pairing, y'all. Like, I don't know why some of y'all can't see that. Jesus. Like, now I really hope that the Yang household turns into a WWE wrestling ring, because when they get home, he's gonna be like, you shouldn't have hurt my girl Sara like that. You know, as some shit. And I just, Ingrid, please, please, please give us the Yang household when they go home next season. I'm begging you. Please give us the WWE fighting ring that I've been hoping for. Moving along, we then get a very flustered and red and just stuttering and shy Oliver beginning to offer Sara a kiss before, unfortunately, they are rudely interrupted when they hear Patrick calling for Sara down the hallway. Patrick then runs into the classroom, leaving both Oliver and Sara in shock as he is just panting and just trying to catch his breath. And we then get the last panel of this season, season 1, with Patrick telling Sara that he can't let her lose this bet, and grabs her face and gives her her first kiss. I don't even know what to say. Like, I'm angry and I'm happy for Patrick, but like, I'm proud of Patrick for his determination, but we're still gonna have to fight. Like, we're still gonna have to fight, because at the end of the day, he has not told her how he feels. Therefore, him kissing her is gonna have her all kinds of fucked up. Just like how his Bob the Builder, friend zone president, hot and cold, Katy Perry ass as me. You know what? Before I keep going off on Patrick, let me start my vent segment so that I can just go down the line, okay? Because Patrick really has me fucked up. First of all, I think that one thing is clear going into season 2 is that Rose is a big salty hater. And yes, I said she's a big salty hater. Like, this girl really can't take rejection without trying to sabotage my girl Sara. Like, why is she so concerned with her? Like, Joe could, just like how Joe liked Vicky. Like, you know, at the end of the day, she was like, oh well, I'm still trying to ruin this for Sara. Like, why is she, Ingrid, why is she such a hater? Like, Sara don't be doing nothing to her but trying to live her best life. Second, you guys, I have been rooting for the Joe X Vicky ship, and I am just so glad to know that, you know, they could both be together. I just hope that Sara doesn't hold this relationship back, and, you know, she kind of just lets Vicky know, you know, your happiness is what matters, and just doesn't get in between those two. Even though I do feel bad for my girl, but I feel like those two were meant to be. And lastly, right before Patrick ran into the picture to give Sara her first kiss, I have to talk about my boy Oliver. Let me tell y'all what, even though us Oliver X Sara stans may have lost this battle, we will win the war. And that's on that, period. Hands down. And honestly, guys, you know, I don't stand this pair just because, but, you know, throughout season 1 and these last couple of episodes, we have just gotten to see these two become closer, and, you know, how they do have some mutual interests. I feel like their growing relationship really is refreshing to see, because you can tell that Oliver really does care about her. I think that this episode in particular proves that point, because even in this episode particularly, you know, he always concerns himself with the betterment of Sara and, you know, what's best for her. Just like, you know, how he offers to tutor her for the college entrance exams, or, you know, how he stops her from ranting and calling herself dumb, and even telling her, you know, like, his brother is the dumb one if he didn't realize her. And also, to take this even further, you know, he does begin to offer himself up to her, you know, as a first kiss so that she can stay in the club. So, you know, we can tell that he does care about her. And I'm just upset that, you know, Oliver wasn't the first kiss, and unfortunately, you know, that moment had to be interrupted by hot and cold Patrick, but it is what it is. Now that my vent or opinion segment is over, let's jump into some predictions for next episode, aka season 2. For my first prediction, I definitely see Rose becoming even more of an antagonist by, you know, trying her best to sabotage either Vicky or Sara. Now, I'm just saying Sara because, you know, obviously Rose is her #1 hater, but I think that throughout season 2, Rose is just going to be working in the shadows to either, you know, sabotage Vicky if, you know, someone tells her that, you know, she's the one that Joe likes, or, you know, she's definitely going to be trying to sabotage Sara if no one tells her, you know, that Joe did not like Sara. For my second prediction, I think that after Patrick is done kissing Sara, he may just reveal his feelings. It's either that or he's going to, you know, just choke up and tell her that he did it so that she could stay in the club. Regardless of what he tells her, I think that Sara is just gonna be confused and even a bit hurt. Now, I say that she would be hurt because Patrick didn't start liking Sara until she started liking someone else, which will make her wonder, you know, did he ever truly like her? Because at the end of the day, would things still be the same if Joe never came to their school? Like, if Joe never transferred, would they still have the same kind of relationship? See what I'm saying? For my last prediction, I think that, you know, after this whole ordeal, I think that Sara might not want to be around Patrick, Vicky, or Joe. And because she's not around anyone, she might just start spending more time with Oliver. And in their time, Oliver begins to realize that he does in fact like her. I definitely think that season 2 is just going to be Oliver's season of, you know, developing feelings for Sara and vice versa, especially as Sara is still dealing with, you know, getting her heart broken, you know, because obviously Joe did not like her, and, you know, between her deciphering between Patrick's hot and cold feelings for her. Well, guys, that is that. I am extremely sorry that I did have to miss, you know, a few episodes, but, you know, when adulting duties call, you gotta pick up the phone. Thank you to everyone who tunes in to my reviews for the Kiss Bed, and I just can't wait to see you guys and do my reviews for season 2. Shout out to Ingrid, stay in good health and get ready to give us season 2 because I will be ready. And a shout out to all the Kiss Bet fans out there, especially my Kiss Bet group chat on Instagram. Love you guys. And just in case you are gonna miss me, even though you missed me for a few weeks, I will be getting back to my Lore Olympus reviews in the beginning of February, so feel free to tune in and watch them. Don't forget to go follow me on both Instagram and Twitter, and smash that like button if you enjoyed watching. And lastly, guys, hit that subscribe and notification button if you would like to see more of me, Sensei Pink.